Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your AEW Dynamite, AEW Dark, MLW, and your NXT results for this week. And who wins the rating awards for the week. Being the Elite episode number 204 can be found in this link. Kenny Omega and Colt Cabana have a chat, Hangman Page, monologue in the woods. Richard Holiday has signed a new multi-year deal with MLW. Anytime you're making a decision for your future, all aspects and regards to it must be considered, as Holiday said. MLW check all the boxes in the terms of opportunity, presentation, creative process, upwards mobility, and other offers were presented and, of course, taken into consideration. But remaining with MLW felt like the best decision for me. Holiday first signed with MLW in 2018. He went on to win the World Tag Team titles and most recently claiming the Caribbean Heavyweight title in January of this year. Richard has become a staple of MLW and its telecast, helping to lead the charge in representing the league as a world-class homegrown athlete, said MLW CEO Court Bauer. He is a dynamic competitor with qualities you seldom find. MLW is ecstatic to continue feature Richard Holiday for years to come. Trained by Powerrr in Connecticut, Holiday turned pro in 2015. If you're not familiar with Powerrr, WWE Power and Glory. Powerrr and Hercules Hernandez. Or pretty wonderful. Pretty Paul and Paul Orndorff. Carnyland 001, a long way from NWA Power, can be found in this link. That's your NWA Power back in action. Last week's NWA Power, NWA President William Patrick Corrigan announced the idea of #Carnyland. So what is it? That's a great question that is not easily answered in one sentence, essay, or even one video. To the fans of #NWA Power, we have asked one member of the roster to let you know from the beginning how much we miss doing the studio wrestling show. You'll hear their authentic voice on how important each of you and how much we miss you. We read every one of your comments and can't wait to read below or watch as this new show. From that moment, you'll enter #Carnyland, and what you will see will be just the first step into this new land we're building. Like any new place, it will be constantly evolving based on its visitors, citizens, and who sit on the town council. You will see some familiar faces from the National Wrestling Alliance in this new place. We will not overhype the moment. As our great NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis, has said time and time again, and under promise and over deliver. Carnyland is not just one thing, and trust us, we've all been there a lot. Also noted last week, veteran Indies women's wrestler LuFisto released a YouTube video where she called out CZW Combat Wrestling and WWU Women's Superstars United, formerly known as Women's Superstars Uncensored, for selling matches to a third-party company who was promoting the wrestlers as softcore porn actresses. She claimed that CZW officials told her nothing could be done about it when she complained. It turned out she was referring to the CZW pay-per-views that had been announced for June, which they previously announced on their website in a now-deleted post. You can see, you can click at this link for the original report, a full statement from LuFisto. CZW issued a statement in response to LuFisto video and fans' complaints by their Twitter account this week, which you can see again in that link. 2 years ago, CZW entered into a licensing agreement with national media distributor to license CZW and WWU footage. That company has the right to utilize the footage without limitation. They have repackaged and renamed shows as it is their right to do so. Our athletes, regardless of gender, are just that, athletes, who we are proud of and appreciate. We stand behind the ring action of all of our footage, the statement said. Impact Knockout champion Jordan Grace responded to the Twitter statement and said lawyers are being consulted by some of the wrestlers. Just so everyone is aware, there are many women already speaking to lawyers about this, as releases were not signed to authorize licensing footage for profit and distribution, Grace wrote. Kimberly also responded to the statement and said she never signed any agreement that would allow CZW to sell her intellectual property. She also made some other accusations against officials. I'm certain I never signed an agreement giving you the right to sell my intellectual property, nor did any of the women you're blatantly disrespecting, or how you told us all you wouldn't book us if you wouldn't screw us. It's about the time that harassment gets exposed, Lee wrote. Ava Everett issued a statement on Twitter where she also made some accusations against the companies as well. She said her friends in the companies have been hurting for a very long time, and she can no longer associate with either company. She said she will not allow herself or her friends to be victimized any longer. And you can read the full Twitter statement where she said she was told she'd never get over unless she was half naked. Well, AEW Dynamite has a hype video shown for the Saturday Double or Nothing pay-per-view. A limo pulls into the building and out strolls the inner circle. Alex Marvez asks Jericho a question, but Jericho tells him to shut it, and says if people thought what he did to Vanguard 1 was bad, wait until they do to the Elite. Group bullies Marvez a bit and heads off. Multiple wrestlers surround the ring with Private Party and Big Swole wearing SG armbands in tribute of Shad Gaspard. Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone on commentary, Dash handling ring announcing duties. John Moxley versus 10. Lee standing holding Moxley's title as John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and a few other followers head out to the stage. Lee on the mic says he wants to address the fans. He first asks 10 to take a proper knee. Lee says the fans might be feeling a disconnect because he's a leader, but he's no god, simply a man who has come into the possession of Moxley's title. Lee says he operates at an elite level, making the Dark Order the Lions of AEW. On Saturday, Lee says he has to win, not only for his own desires, but to pay off the loyalty of his followers. He tells Chen he's special, and now it's time to help the cause. He says Chen is now a high knight of the Dark Order. He tells Chen to hurt Moxley. Then Lee and the group head to the back. Moxley makes his way to the ring. Hashtag Dark Order. We are Lions of hashtag AEW. Moxley with a high knee right off the bat. Then a shoulder capture suplex. He stomps away at his opponent in the corner. 10 lands a shot, sending Moxley to the apron. Lands a pump kick, sending Moxley to the floor. Moxley then sent hard into the barricade, dropped back first on the apron. Back in the ring, 10 continued to go to work. Pin 2 count. Moxley with a back elbow. Chop to the chest. But then it's a spine buster. He picks Moxley up, takes a DDT, Gotch style power jobber, and stalls a bit as he taunts Lee to come out. Moxley lands a Paradise Shift, covers, and that'll do it. Winner by pinfall, John Moxley. At AEW Wrestling says, is this mind games by Mr. at this Brody Elite? After the match, Moxley tosses 2 chairs in the ring and grabs a microphone. He then wraps 1 chair around 10's arm. Moxley says he didn't know that the strategy of Lee's taking his title, but he doesn't really care. He feels like Lee is trying to punk him out, so Lee has 10 seconds to come out or he's going to break 10's arm. He counts down and Lee shows up on the big screen. Lee says Moxley doesn't call the shots and all he had to do was just ask for the title back. Lee says especially in these times, we all have to make sacrifices. So he's leaving. Lee heads out. Moxley then whacks Chen's arm with another chair shot and heads out. JR quickly mentions Jack Gaspar's passing before the next match gets started. Which the next match is MJF with Wardlow versus Marco Stunt. MJF with a bear hug. Stunt looks to slap his way out of the move. Looks for a sunset flip. MJF fights it off. Lifts Stunt up and hits an overhead release suplex. MJF then slaps Stunt with his own hand and then makes him pick his own nose. Stunt with a slap to the face. Kicks to the shin, then eats a big leg. MJF with a bunch of shots to the face. Wardlow then chokes Stunt over the bottom rope while the referee is distracted. A wrestler says at the _MJF used a tactic he probably used in high school. MJF then whips Stunt across the ring by his hair. Stunt puts up on top of the turnbuckle. Stunt fights him off though. Stunt leaps off and flips MJF into a turnbuckle. Drop kick, another one. Tries for a third, gets shoved aside. MJF looks for a suplex. Stunt flips out of it. Dodges MJF, hits a jumping knee strike. MJF looks to smack Stunt. He moves and MJF hits the apron. He ends up catching Stunt with a forearm. When he tries for a suicide dive, MJF with a shoulder breaker and then a Fujiwara armbar for the quick tap. Winner by submission, MJF. After the match, MJF gets on the mic. He tells Stunt it was shocking. He lasts longer than most. He thought he would. He tells Stunt he can kiss the ring and punches him with his ROH diamond ring. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus ran out and chased the two wrestlers off. Last week, Cody and Lance Archer battled back and forth in the ring before the two meet for the TNT Championship at Double or Nothing. Jake Roberts and Arn Anderson head out to the ring with Tony Schiavone to moderate the interview. The two sit at the table with Anderson representing Cody and Roberts advising Archer. Roberts says it's almost surreal to sit across from Anderson as they've never actually met in the ring over their long careers. He continues that people have dreams and nightmares, but those aren't real. Lance Archer is though. Cody says Cody has wormed his way around just so he didn't have to face Archer. But there's no more excuses. You have to face the truth. The truth is Archer is a mean son of a B word and is going to rip his heart out. AEW TNT says at the Orange Show, taking things up a notch here with at Jake the Snake DDT. Anderson says Roberts gets goosebumps of the thought of them hooking up in their careers. He says both of them are credible, both are real. Anderson talks about Jake Snake, how it would scare people, but that was a distraction. The real evil was Roberts. Roberts then challenges Anderson, but Arn says he has other things to focus on. He brings up Mike Tyson being at the pay-per-view to present the title. Says Tyson will also be hanging around the back to have all the freedom he wants. Robert says he was kind of hoping that Bimbo Brandy was presenting the title. Arn says Cody has told him that he has to win the title because he's one of the leaders of his leadership, needs to be recognized for all the hard work he's done. Double A brings up Roberts doing DDP yoga. He tells Roberts that's great because he wants Jake to be real limber when he gives him a spine buster through the mat. Roberts launches the table and wants a fight, but referees run down to break him up. Roberts hits in the back. At AE Wrestler says, is at Darby Allin your pick to win the casino ladder match at Double or Nothing this Saturday night? Or Double or Nothing on May 23rd. All other cable and satellite providers at BBR Live at Fight TV. International fans only. Hashtag AEWDON. Darby Allin video showing All In playing poker with other players, all wearing masks of his opponents at Double or Nothing. Clips are shown of All In making his way up a ladder. When he gets to the top, we see him go all in his poker game. He sets a card on fire, and then the ladder he's on is also on fire. A Wrestling says that Bastard Pat has a strong message for it at Orange Cassidy and the rest of hashtag best friends at Trinity Lux at Sexy Chucky T. Pac sitting at home says he sat at home to weather the storm at home before and won't do it again. He says Orange Cassidy thought he could avoid Death Triangle, but that won't be the case. He calls Cassidy cocky little prick and says Phoenix, fellow Death Triangle member, kicks him in the cuts his head off. And Orange Cassidy versus Phoenix, Cassidy puts his hands in his pocket. He's able to avoid it. All the Phoenix attacks, able to hit a drop kick that sends Phoenix out to the floor. Both trade moves, Cassidy with an arm drag into a pin, 2 count. Phoenix finally lands a big double stomp to the back of the head. Cassidy gets dropped. Phoenix with a drop kick, sending Cassidy out of the ring into the cameraman. Cassidy finally lands some offense with a bunch of palm strikes and a Superman punch. At AEW on TNT says at Ray Phoenix, MX, and Orange Cassidy going back and forth. Hashtag AEW Dynamite on a TNT drama. Phoenix tries to take a break on the floor. Suicide dive by Cassidy. He then climbs to the top, crossbody, then big swinging DDT. Covers for a 2 count. Cassidy up top again. Gets stopped by his opponent. Phoenix flip off the turnbuckle. Cassidy with a diving DDT. Covers for a 2 count. The two end up on the top rope again. Cassidy with a headbutt, but Phoenix with a springboard powerbomb for a 2 count. AEW on TNT says flying orange. Phoenix with a running forearm. Muscle buster attempt. Cassidy reverses into a pin. Cassidy with an air raid crash. Covers for a 2 count. Out comes Kip Sabian with a ladder. He sets it up on the stage and climbs up to the top of it. Cassidy is a bit distracted. Low blow by Phoenix. Cutter for the 3 count. Winner by pinfall, Phoenix. A TD underscore gift says, better believe at Trinity Locks and Sexy Chucky T will be there to give an Orange Cassidy a leg up on the competition. After that, SCU runs out and dumps Sabian into the ring. Havoc jumps into the ring to help his partner. Brawl breaks out. Phoenix leaps on the top rope. Drops down on some guys out on the floor. His leg hits them, but the rest of Phoenix hits the floor. Out. Cole combined with a moonsault on the group. Kind of rough looking. Best friends help launch Cassidy down on the group. Almost overshoots the whole group. That was really rough sequence of moves. Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida versus Baker and Nyla Rose. Shida with a swing of the kendo stick on Rose, but misses. She ends up jamming it into Baker. Match hasn't started yet. Shida and Statlander drop Rose. Baker gets back up, but takes a breather on the outside. Referee finally gets the match started. Statlander attacks Rose. Rose returns fire with a pounce and keeps pressure on her opponent. Statlander works her way back into the match against Baker. Plants her to the mat. Cover. Rose breaks it up. A wrestler says, what a double team move by Shida Hikaru and call me Chris Stat. Rose then drags Baker to the corner and tags in. Rose goes to the top turnbuckle. Statlander goes under and plants her down to the mat. Shida tags in, running knee strike, covers for a 2 count. Shida looks for a suplex, gets one herself. Shida is up and throws shots. Rose with a clothesline. Baker is being checked on by a ringside position. Something up with her right knee. Shida tries for a code red, maybe, and Rose just drops down on her for a cover. 1, 2, didn't get 3. Rose with a beast bomb for the win. Statlander attempted to get there, but didn't quite make it. Winner by pinfall. Now the Rose and Baker. After the match, Rose gets a table from under the ring and throws it inside. She sets it up, puts Shida on the table, goes to the top rope, but Statlander grabs Rose for the distraction. Shida then hits a superplex on Rose. Baker looks to be helped to the back by a few people. Backstage, Marvez talks with Moxley about Saturday's match against Lee. Moxley says everything eventually leads to violence, no matter the situation. Moxley says he has a feeling that things are just going to get worse at Double or Nothing. Moxley says Lee will go to sleep after he gets dropped on his head by the Paradigm Shift. Lee will not only lose the chance to hold the title, but he'll lose his power over the Dark Order. Sean Spears News. Spears says Dustin Rhodes has retired from wrestling, says it must be hard a hard pill to swallow. But 12 years ago, swallowing pills wasn't such a hard thing to do for Dustin. Spears then doesn't understand why he doesn't have a match at Double or Nothing. Spears says maybe he just needs to go into business for himself and then challenges Dustin to a match. The match is officially made shortly afterwards. On next week's AEW Dynamite Battle Royal, with the winner facing whoever is AEW TNT champion, Cody or Lance Archer. Sammy Guevara versus Matt Hardy. Hardy goes to work on Guevara, beating him up inside and outside the ring. He throws Guevara's face in the ring, steps a couple of times. Back in the ring, Hardy looks to hit Switch face, but Guevara blocks it with a handstand and then lands a kick to the back of Hardy's head. Guevara swings away on his opponents, beating him up in the corner. Shoulder thrust, kicks the back of the head, springboard cutter, but it's blocked. Hardy drops him down to the mat, covers for a 2 count. A TD_gift says that Sammy Guevara avoids the stitch of fate. Hardy lifts Guevara up, but counters with a hurricanrana. Hardy out to the floor, Guevara with a twisting flip down on Hardy. Guevara continues to beat up Hardy as we go to a picture-in-picture break. Hardy fights his way back. Drops Guevara down on the top turnbuckle, flying forearm, side effect, covers for a 2 count. Guevara with a kick and a side suplex, pin attempt for a 2 count. AEW wrestler says again, what a reversal by Sammy Guevara. Hardy hits the twitch bait, but Guevara rolls to the floor. He gets Sammy back in the ring, covers for a 2 count. Guevara with a big knee, straight kick to the face, another kick to the face, covers, 1-2 count. Guevara heads to the top rope, shooting star press, rolls through. Hardy lands a twist of fate, covers for a 2 count. Hardy with a small cut on his forehead. Hardy stomps away at Sammy's foot. He then takes off Sammy's shoe and bites his foot. Guevara lands a high knee, strike, covers for a 2 count. Guevara on the apron, springboard cutter, lands for a 2 count. Guevara is annoyed and heads to the top rope again. Shooting star press. Hardy gets his knees up. Inside cradle for a 2 count. Another twist of fate by Hardy, and that'll do it. Winner by pinfall, Matt Hardy. None of his characters changed in that match. After the match, Hardy gets a chair and goes back in the ring. Hardy goes to whack Sammy, but on the big screen, we see Jericho with the rest of the inner circle at the stadium. Omega is being held against the goalpost as Jericho hits him with a baseball bat. Young Bucks return, though, and take out members of the inner circle. They use chairs on him, and everyone is bawling as Matt joins the fight. Everyone is just swinging away on each other from the other side of the field. Comes Hangman Page. He gives Hager a big lariat and then takes down Jericho. The Elite stand tall as the inner circle backs away from the group. Page then heads off. Already after things settle a bit, the Elite music plays as the show comes to an end. It was announced next week's AEW Dynamite will feature the Battle Royal, with the winner getting a shot at AEW TNT champion. No 2 participants were announced for the Battle Royal, nor when their future title shot will take place. On Saturday at Double or Nothing, Cody will face Lance Archer to determine first ever TNT champion, with Mike Tyson presenting the title to the winner. The 2 wrestlers had to battle through an 8-man tournament to get a crack at AEW's newest championship. Inaugural champion will know who their first challenger is in just a few short days. On tonight's Dynamite, AEW World Champion Donna Rose and Britt Baker defeated Hikaru Shida and Chris Statler in tag action. During the match, Statler and Shida picked Rose up and threw her down on Baker, who was sitting in the corner of the ring. Rose landed hard on Baker's knee, and she looked to be in pain instantly after taking the move. As the scene on the show, she was favoring the knee, and she and Statlander continued to wrestle afterwards. Rose would eventually tag herself in, and Baker wouldn't return to the match at ringside, as ringside officials checked on her. Baker could be seen being helped to the back after the match. On Saturday, Double or Nothing pay-per-view, Baker is scheduled to face Statlander, but if the injury is anything serious, that could change things up. Rose will be defending her title against Cheetah, the current #1 contender. NXT opens up from the USA Network with a graphic memory of Shad Gaspard, who passed away at the age of 39 this week due to the drowning and saving his son's life in the meantime, because he told the not bodyguards, but lifeguards to save his son first. Live from the tape Performance Center, Orlando, Florida, Monroe welcomes us to the show. He's joined by Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. First match, Karrion Kross versus Liam Gray. We go right to the ring for this opening match as Karrion Kross makes his way out with Scarlett. Enhancement talent Liam Gray of Evolve awaits in the ring. The bell rings and Kross rushes his opponents. Nailing the big Doomsday Saito suplex, Kross dominates with a few more power moves, hitting the Doomsday Saito again, and Scarlett looks on. Kross takes him down into the cross jacket submission for the win. Squash match. After the bell, Scarlett crawls over to Kross as the music plays. We go to replace. Kross and Scarlett pose until the music interrupts. Out comes Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa takes the mic and officially welcomes Kross. He goes on and gives Kross some praise as being special, saying he stands out in a locker room full of the best wrestlers in the world. Ciampa says the entrance is also special. Ciampa is on the apron now. Scarlett opens the ropes and invites him with a nod. Ciampa says he's also special, which is why he had to come out and let everyone know about Ciampa versus Kross at TakeOver in your house on June 7th. Ciampa welcomes Kross to the main event, then tosses the mic down in front of him. They tear each other down, and Ciampa backs off out of the ring. So the comes segment, Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley. And now to look at the tournament to crown an interim NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Byron Saxton is also helping out again this week. Back to commercial. Tournament to crown interim NXT Champion El Hijo del Fantasma 1-1 versus Akira Tozawa 2-0. We go back to the ring. Out first comes El Hijo Fantasma. Akira is out next. They both stop to look at the Cruiserweight title belt on display at ringside. This is the final match for the Group B in the tournament. They lock up and trade holds to start. Fantasma with some mind games early on, more back and forth on the mat. They go at it again and show each other up before breaking. They unload with the strikes out, trading shots. Tozawa ends up sending Fantasma to the floor for a breather after a bit takedown. Tozawa leaps off the apron with a hurricane on the floor as the referee warns him. Tozawa breaks the count and leaps off the apron again, launching himself into Fantasma. They both crash into the barrier as we go to commercial. Back for the break, Fantasma turns it around. Fantasma with a big boot to the face. Fantasma leaps from the steel steps with a big splash on the edge of the apron. Fantasma brings it back in and launches himself over the top for a 2 count. Fantasma works on the ribs, but Tozawa slides out of the move. Fantasma dodges a 540 kick. Tozawa keeps fighting and nails the German suplex. Tozawa goes to the top for the senton, but Fantasma gets up and cuts him off. Fantasma climbs up with a forearm shot. Tozawa fights back while up top. Fantasma knocks Tozawa to the apron with back elbows. Tozawa comes back up, but Fantasma drops him hard over the top turnbuckle. Fantasma brings Tozawa to the mat for another close 2 count. Fantasma with more offense to keep Tozawa down. Tozawa goes back to the top, hits his big senton. Fantasma runs to the floor to avoid a pin. Tozawa quickly brings him back in, but Fantasma kicks out too. Fantasma ends up sending Tozawa back to the floor. Fantasma runs the ropes and nails a big suicide dive. Landing near the title on this fight, Fantasma brings it back in the ring, hits a running European uppercut in the corner. Tozawa blocks the Phantom Driver. Tozawa applies the octopus submission in the middle of the ring. Fantasma fights it off and nails the Phantom Driver out of nowhere for the pin and the win. And advances in the tournament. Fantasma and Tozawa are both 2-1 in Group B for the finals. Fantasma celebrates as his music hits as we go to replays. We see how Imperium defeated Matt Riddle and temporary partner Timothy Thatcher to capture the NXT titles last week, and how Thatcher and Riddle got into it, leading into their main event match and saw Thatcher get the win. Thatcher is backstage now. He says he left the Matt Riddle circus last week. He enjoyed bringing pain to Riddle, but he only got a fraction. He wants to go one more time. Pinfalls won't count. No fluke pins. Riddle must win by knockout or tap out. Thatcher says those are the rules. Riddle can pick the place anywhere he wants because Thatcher is ready. Still to come, Miriam versus Santana Garrett. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a video for Shotzi Blackheart, who shows off her huge tank. She says she's just like a tank because she doesn't give a crap. Shotzi was raised by her dad, who was a motorcycle riding badass, kind of like Undertaker. Shotzi feels like she can do anything to anyone at any time in the ring. Watch and see what she does to the NXT Women's Division. The video shows Blackheart riding a tank over some junk cars as she has words for Raquel Gonzalez. Dakota Kai, Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae, eat my tank, she says. And she drives a small version of that to the ring for her matches. Mia Yim versus Santana Garrett. We go back to the ring. Mia Yim makes her way up. Santana was out last. Bell rings in and go back and forth. Garrett takes a choke, hits a back elbow into the corner. Garrett with a suplex, turning it into a full mount for a close 2 count. Yim fights right out and goes to work. Yim with a big jacket suplex in the middle of the ring. Yim with a kick to the face while Garrett's down. Yim then nails protect your neck out of nowhere for the pin and win a fairly quick, short match. Action match, Yim stands tall. As the music plays, Johnny Gargano comes out with a microphone, mocking and taunting Yim. His wife, Candice LeRae, is out with him. LeRae taunts Yim for her recent loss to NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and says she dropped the ball because she was too busy pandering to the fans. Gargano is chiming in while LeRae cuts her promo on Yim. LeRae ends up going in for a fight. They go at it, and Gargano pulls the rope down, which forces Yim out to the floor. NXT North American Champion Keith Lee comes down to check on his girlfriend. Gargano rushes back in with LeRae. Lee and Yim hit the ring, but Gargano and LeRae retreat, heading to the ramp. Lee and Yim stare down Gargano and LeRae from the ring as Lee's music hits. We see what happened with Damian Priest attacking Finn Balor from last week, which allowed Cameron Grimes to get the upset win over Balor. We also see Priest post-match attack on Balor. We cut to a pre-recorded video from Grimes. He brags about last week's win and says he used to look up to Balor. He goes on and says people can say what they want about the win, but it's Grime time. Later tonight, we will hear from Priest back to commercial. Back with the break, Drake Maverick is backstage with Mackenzie Mitchell. He's a little annoyed at everyone's recent comments ahead of what could be his final WWE match, but he's fired up and hoping to defeat Kushida to advance. Roderick Strong versus Dexter Lumis was up next. Go back to the ring. Out comes the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong with NXT Champion Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. Fish and Cole return to the back as Strong hits the ring. Dexter Lumis is out as Alicia does the introductions. The bell rings and they go at it. Lumis takes Strong to the ropes as the referee backs him off. Strong ends up going to the floor for a breather. Strong comes back in and goes for a takedown, but Lumis fights it and blocks it. Strong goes behind, but Lumis takes him down with a headlock. Strong is upset as he goes back to the floor for a breather. Strong runs back in, but Lumis takes him down face first. Lumis rocks Strong with punches and slams him in the middle of the ring. Lumis hits the ropes and nails a leg drop. Lumis with a running shoulder in the corner. Strong with a knee and then another. Strong unloads on Lumis in the corner. Lumis runs into a big boot in the corner. Strong with another big right hand. Lumis comes right back and nails the running bulldog. Strong goes back out for a breather. Lumis follows and kicks him. Strong kicks back. Strong returns to the ring, but Lumis grabs his leg. Strong kicks him away. They trade shots on the floor until Strong slams him on the edge of the apron with a backbreaker. The referee keeps counting as we go back to commercial. Back to the break. Strong nails big power moves in the corner. Strong with a pendulum backbreaker for a 2 count. Strong grounds Lumis with an abdominal stretch down. Lumis stares at Strong, but Strong works him over while he's down. Lumis turns the spook factor up, but Strong keeps him down. Lumis rocks Strong as they trade big punches. Lumis drops Strong with a forearm. Strong blocks a shot with a knee, then nails a little Olympic slam in the middle of the ring. Lumis powers out at 2, and Strong shows frustration. Strong keeps Lumis down with more punches and boots. Strong stomps while Lumis is down. Lumis blocks the Strong hold and kicks Strong away with a shot to the face. They trade more shots on their feet now as Strong takes back control. Lumis blocks the Olympic slam and hits the express. Lumis keeps control with a big right hand and a big uppercut. Lumis backdrops Strong across the ring. Lumis rocks Strong and hits a slingshot suplex with a top rope. Strong still kicks out of 2. They both get up and trade strikes. Lumis runs into a boot and another sends him down. Strong with a chop while Lumis is on his knees. Lumis just rubs his chest after each strike, apparently enjoying the punishment. What's he trying to do? Steal my move? Strong unloads with rights while Loomis is on the knees still. Loomis catches Strong with a big spine buster out of nowhere. Strong fights Loomis off and drops him again. Strong counters on the mat and rolls Loomis into a pin out of nowhere for the win. Winner of the match, Roger Strong. After the match, Strong jumps up and goes to the floor to celebrate as his music hits. Right next to the ring, Loomis grabs him from the ring and applies the Gatami to submission. They tumble to the floor with the hold still applied. Loomis won't let go. Cole and Fish run down to make save, but the Velveteen Dream attacks them before they can do anything. Cole gets dropped on the concrete on the other side of the barrier. Dream goes to the top and lands a huge flying elbow, nailing it perfectly on Cole and the concrete. Dream goes back over the barrier to the steel steps, posing while selling the elbow from the top. Loomis sits up with Strong on the ground, petting him as Dream poses. We see Rhea Ripley pacing in the back to commercial. We come back, and we see footage from during the commercial break. El Hijo del Fantasma and Akira Tozawa were having a few friendly words of respect in the parking lot. As Fantasma got into his car, he closed the door to leave when an SUV pulled up and masked men jumped out. They beat Tozawa down next to Fantasma's car as Fantasma watched. Fantasma got out of the car to check on Tozawa as the men retreated back into their SUV and sped off. Did not get him. Ornay Lorcan and Danny Burch versus the Everrise. We go back to the ring, and as Danny Burch and Ornay Lorcan are out next for their next match. Out next was Everrise, Matt Martell, and Chase Parker. Burch starts off with Parker. Parker unloads to start and drops him on his face. Burch with a corner clothesline and an insecurity. Burch with a big missile drop kick as he stays on the top of Parker. Martell tags in and eats a big headbutt to the face. Lorcan tags in for a double team. Lorcan unloads on Parker as he comes back in. Lorcan with a running European uppercut and a blockbuster to Parker. Martell runs back in to make the save, but Burch rushes him and takes him down. This happens as Lorcan takes Parker down into a single leg crab submission for the easy win. Winners of the match, Ornay Lorcan and Danny Burch. After the match, Lorcan and Burch stand tall as the music hits. We go to replays. Burch and Lorcan seem to be taunting NXT Tag Team Champions Imperium after the match. We see what happened earlier with Gargano, Candice LeRae, Mia Yim, and Keith Lee. We also see how this led to a tweet exchange between Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai. Lee is backstage with McKenzie now, who says he requested this time. Lee knocks the Garganos for filming their recent dinner. He goes on and says he has a problem with their actions tonight, and he believes these problems will come to a head at TakeOver. So the come segment, Drake Maverick versus Kushida back to commercial. Back with break, we get a video for Code Orange is underneath, single, as the official theme song for a TakeOver in your house event. Io Shirai backstage getting ready for the main event. Matt Riddle's backstage with a response to Timothy Thatcher. Riddle says Thatcher is not a stallion for trying to ruin last week's win. Riddle is down for the knockout or tap out match. Any location, where does Riddle want to fight? Riddle says, let's go. Where? Both familiar, the cage. It looks like Riddle versus Thatcher will take place in a steel cage. Tournament crown interim NXT Cruiserweight Champion Kushida 2-0 versus Drake 1-1. We go to the ring for the final Group A match in the tournament to crown interim NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Kushida was out next. Drake Maverick was out next for what could be his final match in WWE. They both stop to look at the title belt on display at ringside. The bell rings and they lock up. Kushida backs off and they go at it again. Kushida takes control and Drake takes it to the ropes. Then breaks as the referee warns him. Kushida takes Drake to the mat and keeps him grounded with a headlock. Drake rolls Kushida up for a 2 count. Kushida rolls Drake into a submission on his arm. Kushida with a shoulder tackle and a basement dropkick. They change kicks now. Drake unloads but Kushida hits the springboard back elbow. Kushida tries for a hoverboard lock, but Drake resists. Kushida works on the arm and snaps it back. Drake clutches the arm as we see Jake Atlas come walking down at ringside to watch the match. Kushida focuses on Drake's arm. Kushida sends Drake into the corner and keeps the offense coming. Kushida ground Drake again. Focusing on the arm, Kushida goes on, hits the cartwheel drop kick, for a 2 count. Back to commercial. Back for the break, and Drake fights Kushida off with strikes. Drake keeps control and hits a high knee in the corner as Atlas cheers him on. Drake with a missile drop kick. Drake goes on and covers for a 2 count. Kushida with a big kick to the arm. Kushida with a stiff right hand to the mouth of Drake. Kushida drops Drake with an open palm strike. Kushida drops Drake into the corner again as we see Atlas watching at the ring post now. Kushida continues to focus on the arm, dropping a knee across the arm. Kushida tosses Drake out to the floor. Drake makes it back in right before the 10 count. Drake with the right hand, but Kushida scoops him and slams him. Kushida with a big stomp to the elbow as it's bent. Kushida with another hold on the arm, but Drake gets to the bottom rope. Referee asks Drake if he wants to stop the match, but he wants to continue. Kushida focuses on the arm, and Drake screams out in pain, but he won't give up. Drake yells at the referee to keep the match going. Drake gets his foot on the bottom rope to break the hold. Drake keeps fighting, but Kushida keeps control. Drake counters from the top, up top, hits a big bulldog, but Kushida counters and drops him into another submission. Drake somehow turns a submission into a pin out of nowhere and gets a win. After the match, Drake's music hits and he celebrates. Drake, Kushida, and Atlas are all at 2-1 for the finals now. Byron Saxon takes the mic and brings out as Atlas is in the ring with Drake and Kushida. Byron announces a triple threat for next week, and the winner will go to the finals for the tournament. Drake's music starts back up as the referee as the three have words in the ring. Video package setting up the main event. Still to come, Damian Priest will speak. Back commercial. Back for the break. The announcers confirm Maverick versus Kushida versus Atlas for next week. Also, Thatcher versus Riddle will take place in a cage fight. Damian Priest appears in a pre-recorded video. He says the key to infamy is multiple targets. He wants to be champion and all that will come, but now he's focused on Finn Balor. Balor put NXT on the map, and that's why he's coming for Balor. He's not coming for Balor on just any stage. He's coming for him at TakeOver. Priest says the name Finn Balor will turn to ash at TakeOver, while the name of Damian Priest will live forever. Priest poses as his name lights up in fire behind him. Announcers confirmed Cross versus Ciampa for TakeOver. Rhea Ripley versus Io Shirai. This is your main event. Out first comes Shirai, as Rhea Ripley was out last. Bell rings and Shirai immediately nails the drop kick to start. They go at it, and Shirai blocks the back drop with a kick. Shirai smiles and ends up breaking her nails down on Ripley's back after another counter. Ripley levels her with two big clotheslines. Ripley keeps going and nails a drop kick to send Shirai to the apron. Ripley stays on Shirai and slams her face first into the middle of the ring. Ripley with another big face first spikes into the mat. Ripley goes for another big slam on her face, but Shirai fights out. Shirai keeps control for a double stomp. Ripley kicks out of two in the middle of the ring. Shirai looks a bit surprised as Ripley crawls on the mat as we go to commercial. Back for the break. They're going at it. Ripley catches Shirai in mid-move and goes for a powerbomb. Shirai ends up rolling Ripley up for a 2 count. Shirai with a crossface submission now. Ripley screams and won't tap. Ripley powers up and slams Shirai back into the turnbuckles. Shirai with a boot to the face. She goes to the top, but Ripley rocks her a few times. Ripley climbs up, hits Shirai with forearms to the back. Ripley goes for a superplex, but Shirai keeps fighting. Ripley with headbutts up top. Ripley unloads with headbutts down. Ripley nails the superplex, but Shirai kicks out in the middle of the ring. More back and forth. Now, as referee warns Shirai to stay off the hair. They trade strikes, and Ripley levels Shirai with a big shot. Shirai slides out of a slam and then drops Ripley into another crossface. More back and forth. Shirai ends up sending Ripley to the floor and nailing a big suicide dive. Music hits and out comes NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. She walks down the ramp as Shirai and Ripley brawl on the ramp while on their knees. Ripley brings Shirai back in, but Shirai catches her in a head scissors on the edge of the apron. Shirai sends Ripley crashing into Flair at ringside. Shirai brings Ripley back in the ring, but she slowed to roll her in after her. Shirai with a running double knees in the corner. Ripley kicks out of two. Ripley catches Shirai but Shirai turns it into DDT for another close pin attempt in the middle ring. Shirai gets up first, but Flair suddenly hits the ring and levels Shirai with a big boot for a disqualification. So, Shirai wins. The bell rings, but Flair immediately drops Ripley with a spear as the referee tells her to get out of the ring. Flair stands tall while Ripley and Shirai are down. Flair's music hits as she raises her title in the air over Shirai and Ripley as NXT goes off the air. Week 32 of the Wednesday Night War saw AEW Dynamite top NXT in viewership and ratings once again. Wednesday's Double or Nothing Go Home edition of Dynamite drew 701,000 viewers, 7% up from last week on TNT, topping 592,000 viewers that NXT had, losing 2% down on USA Network by 18%. According to Show Buzz Daily, this is the sixth lowest AEW viewership of 2020 and the fourth lowest NXT viewership of the year. AEW ranked number 7 in cable top 150, while NXT ranked number 53. AEW ranked number 65 in viewership, while NXT ranked number 70 in viewership. Last week's Dynamite episode saw 654,000 viewers, ranked number 15 in cable top 150, 65 in viewership. Last week's NXT episode drew 604,000 viewers and ranked number 46 in top cable 150. 67 in viewership. Last Wednesday's show drew the lowest AEW viewership in history of the program and the fourth lowest NXT viewership since the series came to USA. AEW drew .26 rating, up 13% in the 18 to 49 demographic, while NXT drew only .13, losing 13% in the same demo this week. Last week's AEW drew .23 rating, while NXT episode drew .15 in that demographic. It was the lowest rating for NXT in a demo in the history of the show. The challenge on MTV topped the night in the 18 to 49 demographic on cable 150, top 150, with a .60 rating with 1.019 million viewers. Hannity on Fox News topped the night on cable and viewership with 3.945 million viewers, ranking number 5 on the top cable 150 with a .29 rating in the key demo. The Masked Singer on Fox topped the night on network TV and viewership with an average of 8.998 million viewers. The Masked Singer also topped the night in the 18 to 49 demographic with a 2.3 rating, and that was only because it was the finals of your Masked Singer for the season, I believe. That concludes my video for this week. Thanks and peace out. See you on the video. If you don't know, just comment, brothers and sisters.